Yeah.
Yeah, they got it bumping.
Why bother lie when the truth is free? Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting heart's desires, faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through, living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design planned in fashion. Gadoya Sheyahu. Hallelujah. Total Rabbi Yeshua. Great. Sap. Base. All praises. All honor. All glory to the Most High Yah. Thank you so much for the light. Peace and blessings, my people. Peace and blessings. Hey family, y'all already know on this side of YouTube, we create content to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate the next to be great. Man, this topic is definitely long overdue. But as you guys can see by the title of this video, the rise of the reprobated. I've been going on a little campaign, man, just really wanting to spread some awareness. We're in those times where individuals who you think has some type of sense, where people obviously, hey, they will show you otherwise. We are living in those times right now where everything is literally being recorded. And the question is, what's the right way? How do people truly appropriately behave themselves? What is to be supported? What is it that we are promoting on these social media sites? And family, I'ma just keep it real. All I see is a bunch of reprobates. A bunch of people doing things inconveniently. For what? For views, for likes, for comments, for money. Let's talk about it, family. Iron Frequencies in the building. Peace, salute, salute. Appreciate you tapping in. If you all can hear me loud and clear, if the visuals coming through clear, I've been having a little trouble with my streaming lately. Man, not just my streaming, but all my devices, man, have just been freezing up and just a lot been going on. So if everything's coming through clear, Iron Frequencies, let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. Put some prayer hands, put some fire emojis. Just want to be able to get this message across without any disturbances. If the audio and the visuals coming through clear, let me know. I know I got a couple of background noises, man. I got my window open, so y'all may hear some nature sounds, but hey, we're gonna keep on grinding. King Connect in the building. What it do, I bet Iron Frequency said I can hear you just fine. Awesome. Alright. Well, as y'all know, man, we go ahead and get this one started off with the vibes, man. I gotta make sure I cultivate that environment, you know, play some music to get us all in the essence to communicate on this topic with a little bit more logic. So family, if y'all haven't already, go ahead and get your water, go ahead and get y'all notepad, y'all pen. Oh yeah, we about to dive in. I feel as though there's some information that I need to bring out on this idea, this topic of the reprobate. And let's discuss what we see out here in this world. And let's try to make some sense. And more than anything, let's bring forth solutions. So, family, I just wonder. I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. You feel me? Let's go ahead and get that vibe in, and then we're going to jump right into the convos, man. Y'all know how we love to do it over here. Let's get it. I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part the seas to make a way. I wonder will y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above. When that's all you see, it's hard not to do. Police in the shot wonder why we uproot gangs and classify murderers and shooters when they feed us no hope, mixed with a lack of care to polluters, and they sit back and wonder why we bust. Creating jail systems to put us, making money off of their lust. How can we thrive in the slums in America when we have no views but ghettos in our area? Wondering where all my tax dollars go. Make a political show, investing in media, weapon of destruction instead of means of production. How do you invest in war but not feed your country first? You see that we thirst. How can we thrive under a curse, living in these conditions? This is no superstition. I don't do no wishing, I call it faith, hoping for brighter days. I keep my head up, knowing that y'all will always make a way. I'm a leader, I'm a king, I'm a visionary, I'm a teacher, I'm a poet. Music's my seminary, painting these pictures, reading these scriptures. I know that I'm a victor, overcoming this world. Don't believe history, search the mystery and see the propaganda televised. And you see all the lies. A new world order conform or be told your rise under disorder, mental health crisis. We was fighting ISIS, now we fighting threats we can't even see. Make it make sense, what's reality? I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part the seas to make a way. I wonder will y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above. Thoughts provoking, manners of self, truth. Who can plan good health? Who can sow good measure dealt? Who can live when death is felt? Who can see when light won't help? Who can judge when bad is ripe? Wrong is left behind in times. The sense of fathers nourished over time. Is it a crime to plant seeds that bring forth no fruit? Shall apples be bitter? Shall meats wither? Shall light grow if all is considerable? Spoken seasons as tokens. Rhymes tell times like math equations, or seek from which they have persuasions. Imagine the brain is a vast internet. When you enter it or log out into captivity, to give your body the lust that I can see. Who will be the light in the night, to lead in the fight, to be just in this teaching, planting fruits that taste right. Out of your mouth proceeds life, inheritance of the gift.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle and easy to be entreated, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. And the fruit 17 through 18.
I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part this sea to make a way. I wonder if y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above. You know? Facts. I just wonder, man. And as I'm sitting back, looking at life, and as I see everything transpiring, I see the rise of the reprobates. I see people who do things inconveniently being put in a place of leadership, in a place of influence. Family. This is a problem. What's the solution? When we see people out here so-called moving in a way where you got to question their morality, you got to question their ethics. Is this what the world is supposed to be? Man. And let me just take a few snippets from that song, man. When that's all you see, it's hard not to do. Police in the shy wonder why we uproot gangs and classify murderers as shooters when they feed us no hope, mixed with a lack of care to pollute us. And then they sit back and wonder why we fuss creating jail systems to put us. Is that the solution? When you see people obviously over here in a mindset that is not convenient, is that your solution to just, hey, put them in a corner, put them in a jail, lock them up? Don't try to nurture them. Don't try to tell them what they're doing is wrong. Just punish them. Well, family, let's just say, has that been working? Or has there been some type of campaign, some type of agenda, propaganda that literally influences the masses to create more of these individuals within our society? Because honestly, when you get to the point where there are presidential candidates where you have to question their morality and ethics because some of them, was put on trial. The rise of the reprobate. So first off, family, I really wanted to connect with you all on this topic. And y'all already know what I love to do over here. I love to break these words down. So let's build, family. What does reprobate even mean? If my brothers and my sisters in the chat here with me, man, hey, y'all know how we love to do it over here. Let's keep it insightful. Let's keep it engaging. Let's build. What does reprobate even mean? Let's see. Y'all know me, man. I love to learn. I love to grow. And one of the ways to do that is communicating. One of the ways to do that is building, having conversations. When you're over here connecting with individuals that say that learning doesn't always take place with you sitting down at a table reading a book. So you can communicate with people and still learn. And so today, family, our topic of discussion, what does reprobate mean? Let's bring it out. Let me see. We got somebody in the chat who can build with me. I don't want to be over here spreading no misinformation. I want to make sure we all on the same page as far as what we're seeing, what this word means, and the individuals that display this type of character and behavior. What does reprobate mean? Let's see. Y'all already know I'm on it, man. They say I've been trying to have this conversation for quite some time. And obviously, right now. Couldn't have been a better time. Seeing all of these things play out in the world, man, I literally just had a situation. That's why I'm kind of late on live in my environment where I'm just seeing a bunch of foolishness take place. A bunch of kids outside with no provision. A bunch of kids outside with no insight. With, let's just keep it real, no morality. So what does that mean when you have a society that promotes, that pretty much supports that type of individual, that type of community? If anybody in the chat could share with me their 2 cents on what they think reprobate is, so we could build on this, hey, I love it. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it, family. Y'all know me, man. I already got the station set up where I'm gonna pull out the information. We're gonna get in there. Steve Bless in the building. What it do? What it do? My brother Latrell, Grace, Shalom, family. Shalom, peace and blessings. All right, man. Without no further ado, man, let me go ahead and bring it out. After my long, extensive research. Come on, man. Y'all already know. We got information. We got knowledge at the tip of our fingers. Just got to have the consciousness to be able to use it. And say, hey, what does reprobate mean? Let's go ahead and check out this definition. Reprobate. An unprincipled person, often used humorously or affectionately. Let's look at the second definition. A sinner who is not of the elect and is predestined to damnation. Hey. To express or feel disapproval of. And when you look at this day in society, honestly, we're in a stage right now where you see people dancing, you see people singing, you see people expressing themselves, and honestly, what's not acceptable? It's like you can literally do anything. Like there's no wrong. You can do or be anything you want to in this world right now. So when you see that taking place, obviously there has to be some discernment. There has to be someone who is thinking logical and saying, is this even beneficial? I am frequencies, okay, in the chat said behave in a way that is not respectable or morally correct. Hey. Sheesh. Talking about it could be anybody, teachers, doctors, priests, your mama, your daddy, your co-workers, neighbors. How many people do we see out here engaging in behavior that is totally not respectable? I mean, let's just keep it real. Do you respect people if they come up to you speaking nothing but vulgarness? Do you respect people if they don't have any clothes on, if they out here, with their pants on the ground, walking around, you feel me? Do you respect a woman that every time you see her on social media, she pretty much ain't got no clothes on? Do you respect a man every time he on camera, he's dancing? He's trying to make you laugh. Do you respect the individual that every time you see them, every time you communicate with them, it's just mindless conversations? Let's keep it real, family. What do y'all see out here in this day and age? A bunch of mindless activity, if you ask me. And so that leads me to saying, hey, these people have somewhat of a reprobated mind. You have individuals out here in today's society, they can't even hold a conversation. Do you think that person has some type of vision for the future? Do you truly believe that that individual will put you in the best position by being around in their company, by promoting them, by giving them some type of influence over your life? And I'm saying all of this, family, because it's just not happening within the lower realms of society, which, you know, we deem as the entertainment or, you know, common folk. No. This reprobated mindset is taking over in leadership roles. I'm talking about governmental roles. Now I'm talking about big businesses. So-called leaders, spiritual leaders, pastors, rabbis, however you want to call them, whatever your spirituality is. I see this mindset of the reprobated being poured out onto the people. Now my question to you all is, can you discern? Do you know what the end goal is? Are these people truly beneficial to society as far as even giving them a platform to speak, giving them a platform to even be seen? Imagine that, family. Imagine someone who is not respectable. Imagine someone who is completely immoral. Imagine someone who is wicked in all their ways, but a society praises them. But a society promotes their agenda. But a society pretty much upholds and supports their way of living. Is this far-fetched? Am I speaking a foreign language? We're literally living in a society right now where reprobates are on the rise, influencing the next generation. Who's going to be the one to speak up? Who's going to be the one to say, hey, is this correct? Hey, Latrell said, a person with no moral compass. Hey, at this day and age, you gotta be, man. Can't let nobody interrupt your peace. But unfortunately, you have individuals out here that don't respect your peace. You have individuals out here that obviously, when it comes to showing some type of empathy, when it comes to showing some type of logical thinking, or when it even shows that put into an environment, can they communicate effectively? Are these people the best candidates? So let's talk about it, family. The first piece of content I want to bring up is dealing with the current presidential race. I was never really big on being an individual who reps so-called the Democratic or the Republican Party, because at the end of the day, I'm looking at these people's morals, their ethics, their values. I don't care if you're Democratic, I don't care if you're Republican, but where's your moral compass? Are you conscious? Are you an effective communicator? Or are you just reprobated? Are you foolish in your ways? Iron Frequency said, nah, they can't respect themselves. Then they won't respect me or my family or whoever is with me. The government was their mom and daddy. They had no guidance, nor will their children. Sheesh. Man. For real. Being in the wilderness, especially when the rise of the reprobates is here. Hey, that might be the safest place for real, because at the end of the day, all they gonna do is cause dysfunction, cause chaos, and we can literally see it unfold on social media. We can literally see it unfold in our immediate environments. And as I was telling y'all, man, it took me some time to get to the stream because just outside my window, I'm hearing gunshots. I'm seeing little kids gathering together, and I'm seeing other little kids walking in the streets while cars passing. And I'm like, why are these kids in the street? Why are they yelling? What's going on? What in the world is going on? Where are your parents at? Where are you guys' guidance? Why are y'all in the streets? Why are y'all yelling? Why are y'all arguing? What in the world is transpiring? Why is this the conditions that the society is perpetuating right now? And there seems to be a mass seduction of this spirit of being reprobated, being spread abroad. And who's hopping on the bandwagon to promote these ideals? Who's the one funneling so-called the support and money to be able to keep our children encapsulated and fantasizing over this wicked mind frame? Y'all really want to know? Man, Iron Frequency said, I live in the wilderness. The only thing that sucks is the mosquitoes. Sheesh. Being JT, my brother Jamonte in the building. What it up? What's good? Talking about the planet of the apes, more like the planet of the reprobates. Hey, I like that one right there. The rise of the reprobates, the rise of the apes. My brother was reading in between the lines. I was trying to make a little connection there with the rise of the monkey series, man. And it's literally unfolding right now before our eyes, where you would think that people would be smarter with all this smart technology, with all these smartphones, with all the artificial intelligence. Let's check it out, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all no much longer, but check this out. This blew my mind. Because at the end of the day, we really have to take heed on what people are saying, what people are promoting, and just overall, how does it look? Can you discern how it looks if you are a presidential candidate bringing in some sort of entertainment that has nothing to do with your mission statement as far as wanting to see the people come together in unity? Oh yeah. Let's bring it out. I know people probably on the demographic of the female side of my content viewers will be a little bit upset about this. But really, we have to sit down and have a conversation. If this is what we're bringing to the forefront, as far as saying, hey, this is how we're going to entertain to get the people's attention, to share a message, first and foremost, for you to get a message across, why does it take for you to promote some type of foolishness? At the end of the day, I'm going to look at you as saying, you're a part of that foolishness. And anything that comes after that, is that something that I should be consuming? So let's check this out. Let's check out Miss Kamala Harris bringing in the stallion at her presidential marketing campaign, or whatever you want to call it. And let's make it make sense. Is this the platform where you're talking about you want to lead a country, where you're talking about you want to make change, that you bring an artist whose music is only portraying nothing but vanity, whose music, when you hear the lyrics, obviously, what is she saying that is going to influence the little girls or even the little boys to move somewhat in a moral way? Family, open your eyes. See what's right in front of us. The rise of the reprobates. They literally have a stage and a platform now to promote dysfunction. Let's check it out. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let me know if everything's still coming through clear. I've been having a little disturbances on my stream I've been seeing. So if my audio and visuals are still coming through clear, let me know, and let me know in the chat. Definitely don't want to figure this out on playback. So let me know what's up, man. Let me know what's up, chat. We got a couple of people in here, so if you guys could give me a 1 thumbs up, some prayer hands, let me know everything coming through clear, and we're gonna get into this video. I want to see what you guys think about this, and we're gonna look at the video, look at the title. We're gonna read some of the comments too, just so we can get an overall consensus of what's taking place here. All right, bet. Steve Bless said you good, bro. I hear you and I see you, loud and clear. 100. All right. This is I guess one of the front runners of the presidential campaign out here in the United States of America, who brought in an artist by the name of Megan Thee Stallion. First and foremost, I thought a stallion was a male horse. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a stallion to be identified with a woman, I guess that's what age we're living in right now. You know, women can be men can be women. We're at that age. We're in that point in society where who can discern the difference between a man and a woman? Okay. I thought I was tweaking. Alright, you're not wrong. You're correct. A stallion is a male horse. So you have this woman that identifies with being a male horse that was brought onto the stage by the United States of America vice president and running for president candidate Kamala Harris. Let's see what this performance was all about. Let's see what this promotion for this artist to this crowd of people is going to inspire and engage them to do. Going to inspire them to behave. Let's hear. Says Megan Thee Stallion opens Harris campaign rally with vulgar performance, unbothered and relaxing. Man, if this ain't and a mayor is a female, okay, so she should have been Megan the Mayor, not Megan Thee Stallion. Like, come on, man. But teach their own, man. Let's see what this performance is all about. Fair use. I'm definitely gonna be playing the music in the background so I don't get any copyrights or whatever, because I already know how that go. So let's see if we can still hone in, listen to these lyrics. My question is to you all: is this the correct what word am I looking for? Model. Is this the correct representation that a presidential candidate should be bringing on stage to engage her crowd before she speaks about leading a country? Let's take out 1 minute of our day to view this.
In the mall with him, I'ma have a ball with him. Being petty, I ain't lying, mama, just to make him happy.
a sigh of distastefulness, family. Look at everybody with their phones out. Look at everybody. Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Look at this woman over here talking about men calling her daddy and men having her legs up. And, you know, this is something, yeah, this is going to be engaging before we talk about politics. Yeah, this is going to be engaging before we talk about the leader, so-called possibly being the new leader of our country. Family, is this making sense? Why would you give the stage, a platform to an individual who's over here talking about nothing but vanity, who's over here talking about nothing but sexual proclivities during a time where you're trying to be a leader, during a time where you're trying to gain support on actually having some type of direction in this nation to unify us? Because if y'all haven't seen already, there seems to be a lot of dissonance between the people in the United States. The last thing we need is somebody getting up on stage talking about how somebody is putting their legs on their head and them calling them daddy. I mean, what more do I need to say? Steve Bless said these people that run for president, they want people to take them serious, but look at the people they bring up there to support them. Exactly, family. Exactly. You want me to take Kamala Harris seriously after she brought Megan the male horse on stage to talk about her legs being put up above her head? And guess what these people did probably after they left? Oh my gosh, I was at a Kamala Harris concert and Megan Thee Stallion was there. Well, what were her ideas for progressing the nation? What was her standpoint? What was her ethics? What was her morals like? I don't know, but I had fun. Megan Thee Stallion was there. You know, we was all shaking and gyrating, and she had dances there, and we was clapping and joyful. It was just, man, it was fun. Okay, I'm glad you had fun. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to the serious note. What did this lady talk about? Well, it was just so many distractions going on. I forgot. Well. Well. We're in that time and day and age right now where many people are being distracted by a female who thinks she's a male horse. Talking about, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it. I'm like, that performance does not even sit well with that setting. That's like you bringing Sexy Red to an elementary school. That's like you bringing Sexy Red to go perform for children. Same type of mind frame, family. How is this beneficial? I can see if it was a bunch of people at a club. I can see if it was a bunch of, adults just wanting to have fun at a concert. Yeah, I resonate with people having fun at a place where, hey, you're meant to have fun. But to say at a presidential campaign, family, this is somewhere where these individuals come, and on a serious note, they're supposed to connect with people to explain their narrative, to help people see their vision. And if this is the vision that this woman is promoting, I don't want no parts. I don't want to give stage to no female who thinks she's a male horse. What? I frequently get her worshipers to these voting polls. My same sentiments, family. On my end, my video is cutting on and off. If you guys see that happening, let me know. If the audio is being cut off, let me know. I really. So let's see what more she has to say in this performance.
Lifestyle winner, can't fit her. It Cause I ain't thirsty. These dudes mad. They wanna hurt me. I'm a hot.
Anybody else scratching their head? What does this have to do with presidential campaigns? She on her hot girl summer. What does this have to do with getting the people engaged to hear a message about the political reform, about taking back control of a nation? How does this influence the people to want to say, yeah, I support Kamala Harris because she brought up Megan Thee Stallion? The rise of the reprobates, family.
Girl, women put the legs on his head, now he loves power with it. You will never catch me calling these men petty. I ain't lying, mama, just to make it happy. Lifestyle winner. How sex quick, cause I ain't thirsty. These dudes mad. They wanna hurt me. I'm a hot girl, hot too hot.
Well, who's surprised? I'm not. Let's take a look. Let's see what the comments are hitting for. I want to see what individuals think about her performance. Hip-hop star Megan Thee Stallion pumped up the crowd at Vice President Kamala Harris' campaign rally in Atlanta on Tuesday by performing her hit song featuring unsavory and X-rated lyrics. She took to the stage to Georgia State Convocation Center in a blue pantsuit and tie before an audience of an estimated 10,000 people, and she rapped her award-winning song called Savage. So she's over here pretty much saying, hey, I'm a savage on stage. People to get the idea of being a savage. Doesn't that sound kind of reprobated to you? Why would you want to be a savage? Why would you promote being a savage? Why would you go out in the world and say, yeah, I'm a savage? Who does that? I mean, only reprobates, of course. My bad. I should have muted it, but I wanted y'all to hear the lyrics, man. Same. And it's like she's over here talking about her body parts. She's over here talking about what man can do and what they can't do for her. And this is the type of support that Kamala Harris wants. So once again, like I said, I want to take a deeper dive and look at these comments because, man, I want to see what people's mind. I want to hear the people. Is it first comment? Hey yo, I think it's time we all put down we put down the drugs for real. something weird is happening right in front of our eyes. And when you have Megan the horse come up on stage twerking and dancing with her colleagues, and she's over here talking about how wet she can get and her legs up, and this is the this is the walkout song to your so-called presidential candidate. Yeah, they're just mocking black people at this point. Shows you what they really think. And this ain't even a wrong representation for so-called black Americans. This is the wrong representation for any group of individuals. Why would you want to use this as a representation of what America is going to be when you become president? Family, I'm just reading the comments. I'm seeing if any other people are having some type of common sense to see what's going on here. Man, for real. You would think they were at a club. No, this was a presidential campaign to get support for our next, possibly, potentially, person in power. Yeah, they pull the same stunt every 4 years, fam, and our folk keep falling for it every time. Hey, participation. People just want participation trophies. What did he say? Voter, be gone. People feel as though they need to participate in this society, or they just won't have any type of dealings with it. And family, that's not the case whatsoever. To say that we, the people, we can choose the direction of the government. Matter of fact, the people are the government. We live in a democracy. So whatever the people choose, that's what's going to be ruling. That's what's going to be in leadership. That's what's going to be influencing. To say that you had 10,000 people here and no one was like, hey, is this the right setting for someone to come up here and pretty much twerk and talk about how they're a savage? I'm side-eyeing everybody. I'm side-eyeing all 10,000 people that showed up there and pretty much was unbothered by this. Because even in the chat, man, even in these comments, what a joke our country has become. They act like we kids and go for anything. Kamala, you just turned off every voter who is classy and intelligent. Didn't have my vote anyway. How disgusting, and what an insult to black America to think that you have to pander to some of us in this way for a vote. They really trying hard. What a mockery. This is what the Democratic Party thinks of us. This is an insult. That song at a campaign rally for president is a slap in the face to all. I'm going to say it. The comment section did not disappoint. For real. And as we read down through all those comments, I could see a lot of people making sense in there. But for those people that showed up at that rally, I'm questioning. Y'all gave this woman a platform. Y'all even, some of them probably even promoted this on their own social media. Like, hey, you know, Megan the horse was over here dancing, and you know, she did her hot song, Savage, and you know, she's a hot girl and all of that. And it's like, that is not the place for that. Nobody cares about fixing anything around here. They just want to be entertained and have their ears tickled, and don't even care that people are starving, overtaxed, and over-medicated, over-policed. When you have people that's trying to run the world with a corrupt mindset, this is the type of stuff you get when you're not following Yah. Family. And that's why I love to build with my chat, man. As y'all literally are taking the words out of my mind. Let's keep it real. Exactly. Straight wickedness. But it's on a platform. And this is being promoted. and it is being supported. And it's being highly advertised. Every time I got on YouTube for the past week or so, there was an ad, an commercial. It was Kamala Harris pretty much speaking to me, saying, hey, I need your support. You know, I want to beat Trump so I can be your next president. And I'm going to do great things when I get in office. And yeah, just donate to my cause. Hold on. Is this what I'm donating the money to get Meg the Stallion up on the stage for? Is this where all my tax dollars go to make a political show? Do I gotta rap to y'all again, huh? That's what I gotta do? I gotta rap to y'all again? Alright. When that's all you see, it's hard not to do. Police in the shot wonder why we uproot gangs and classify murderers as shooters when they feed us no hope, mixed with a lack of care to pollute us, and they sit back and wonder why we fuss creating jail systems to put us making money off of their lust. How can we thrive in the slums of America when we have no views but bums in our area? Wondering where all my tax dollars go, make a political show, investing in media, weapon of destruction instead of mean of production. How do you invest in war but don't feed your country first? Y'all send all that money over there to Ukraine. Kamala, Biden. Y'all put in all this money to get Meg the Stallion up on stage to twerk to get more votes. But what about these kids that need books? What about these kids in Chicago that need a safe place? What about these streets that need some type of direction? What about all these men out here who don't have a job? What about that? Y'all talking about having a hot girl summer. What about having a unified community? Like what? Make it make sense. I get it. I get it. There's no reason. There's no logical sense that a person who is given over to a reprobate mind can make. There's none. Point blank period. Family, we are living in that time right now where we are seeing a platform of these individuals who are wicked being the sole influencers and their agendas being promoted. The world love is on. Hey, I laugh in our face. I laugh every time I see one of those commercials about her asking for donations, because at the end of the day, when you think about politics and when you think about the government, don't we pay taxes? Hold on. Every time I get paid, 20% of my check, literally, I don't even see that. 1/5 of my check goes into the so-called government for taxes for these individuals that are so-called politicians. What happened to all of that? Y'all sent all of that to Ukraine? Kamala is a joke. She came in here as an Indian woman. Now she's claiming she's black. Sheesh, I didn't even know that. Wow, I didn't even know that one. I got some more clips I want to bring out. How y'all feeling in the chat, man? Y'all want to keep on building? Or shoot, we got enough right there to be able to discern and display this rise of the reprobates being put forth in our society. Y'all want to go ahead and expand on the conversation, or should we wrap it up here, family? We pretty much almost an hour in right now, man. I got a little bit more if y'all want to, but hey, I get it, man. If this is something putting you in a hot seat. I know this is probably an uncomfortable topic because everybody's so used to being entertained. It's hard to get some conversation about some consciousness out of individuals from time to time. So let me know. Let me know, man. Sheesh. This world is like Two-Face with the same coin but different sides. Man. Woo! JT said, man, I'm listening while I cook. This is news to me. Appreciate you tapping in. All right. But just overall, family, I'm starting to really see, not just on these platforms, but in just life in general. You have a bunch of individuals who have this inconvenient mindset. You have this unprincipled, laughable, absurd spirit of character being poured out into society. How do you respect a clown? How do you respect someone who will literally do anything? Not having any moral compass, not having any integrity, not even being able to communicate effectively. All they do is joke, entertain, banter, slander. When you heard that woman who identified as a male horse up on that stage, did any of those lyrics inspire you to see the greatness of so-called America? What are they promoting? What are they trying to have people engage with? Steve Bless said, we on fire, Divine. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right. I got a breath of fresh air, man. I got a new wind. We gonna keep it going there. Let's see. The next video I want to bring up is from another content creator by the name of Joey B. Tunes. And this video, this clip, is him just speaking about the decline of today's society. And I watched a couple of minutes of it, first minute, first 2 minutes, and I felt as though this would be something great to have a conversation on with my people. So, family, let's go ahead and bring up this clip. Hey, let's have a conscious conversation. And really, do you guys see today's society on the rise as far as the overall intellectual capabilities of individuals? Or do you see it on the decline? When you see individuals who can't even communicate, who can't come together to even work at a goal in mind. What do you guys see? Is today's society on the rise or on the decline? Let's keep it going. Fair use,
pride to be a human being at one point. Even if I feel like there was a bit of pride to be a human being at one point. Even if they didn't have a lot of money, they still made an attempt to wear their best clothes when they went out in public.
Man, what if they had social media back in the day? To see the type of behaviors or to see what was accepted what was deemed acceptable back in the day versus now. Even looking back at the pictures, you see that people had some type of uprightness about them, some type of character. You know, looking at this visual right here, people were more uniformed. People were more unified. Now it's just a circus, a zoo, a laughing stock. He said something very key. He said it seemed as though people had more pride in life back in the day. People had more, what's a better word? What word am I looking for, family? It was morality. People had more morality. People had more uprightness. People had more righteousness. I mean, give and take certain situations that transpire with certain races. But in a sense, the idea and the overall constraints of individuals behaving in a manner where it's literally being promoted now is okay. Back in the day, certain behaviors were not acceptable. For real.
Now people just wear anything, do anything now. They wear their pajamas in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. But the thing is like, if the places you go to don't care, then why should...
Man, I walked into the grocery store today. Boxes everywhere. Customer service at the counter. No one's looking at you. You know, you say hi. People act like you're speaking a foreign language. Things were more upkept back in the day. Right now, it's like people got so much time on their hands that they're so busy they forget about taking care of the little things. People are so busy with wanting to get likes and wanting to get attention that they will disregard respect for themselves just to get that attention, just to get those likes, because they know for some reason the algorithm pushes that. For some reason people are quick to hop on and see some type of dysfunction. Why is that? Why are there communities where you just have people who have no morals, have no values, have no pride in life? Why are there communities of individuals who you can't even communicate with and have some type of logical conversation with? You can't even really say hi to anybody anymore because that's borderline offensive. Yo, don't get me started on calling somebody out of the wrong pronoun. Man, you act like you didn't stab somebody and there was a murder if you call somebody outside of their pronoun in this day and age. But back in the day, if you seen a man, you knew that man identified as he. Back in the day, if you seen a woman, you knew that that woman identified as she. Now, everybody's so woke. What's the identification? And if you are a man and you identify with as a woman, and if you're a woman that identifies as a male horse, how am I going to respect that? As a man, how am I going to respect talking to another man who thinks he's a woman? People, take in consideration that we are living in a society right now. Hey, Steve Bless, appreciate you. People had more discernment back then. My brother, peace, salute, family. What it do? Appreciate you tapping in, family. Let's get back to that. People had more discernment. For real. Nowadays, you can't even tell the difference between a boy and a girl. I mean, that's just because of the technology has evolved so much that people can manipulate themselves. But at that point in time, it was like, you really, there was a clear line between what was right and what is wrong. Now those lines are being blurred. Back in the day, do you think they would have had someone running for president, bringing on entertainment, bringing on someone to engage the crowd, and that person is talking about they're lifting their legs above their head, waiting for a man to call them daddy, and doing all of this and shaking cheeks and stuff like that? Back in the day, do you think presidential campaigns were promoting those ideals amongst the masses? I beg to differ. But I guess that's just how evolved society has come. I guess that's how evolved society. We're woke now. What's the next evolution? The rise of the reprobates.
Should anyone care? I mean, even the trains back then people took, and you look inside, and there's areas with couches and record players, like a cigar lounge. It's like little.
Everything back in the day did seem a little bit more professional. Everything back in the day seemed like people were a lot more disciplined in what they were doing.
Beds, and it's like they make it look nice, and then people wonder why they dressed up back then to go on these trains and to go out in public. And you could see how everything's nice. Everything that was made was extravagant. It was real craftsmanship to things.
Man,
wouldn't that?
When I was showing y'all, when I was doing that walkthrough of the cars, it's something about those old school muscles, man, that just gravitate towards my being. Where these new cars now, it's like they just look like they was just put together too fast, Back in the day, it looked like people actually had to take their time with things. We didn't have technology where everything was so convenient, where people had to use their minds back in the day. People had to communicate effectively back in the day. They didn't have these infrastructures. They didn't have these smart devices. They didn't have the internet to be able to get knowledge. They used the environment. They used their brain. People had to use their brain back in the day. Now, all you got to do is ask Siri. Drew Mills, what it do? Peace and blessings, family. Steve Bless said, you would think people is holding the weight of the world where they can't operate like the way that they should. Man, for real. Iron Frequency says, speaking of social media, I learned a new word today. Fubing. I hope I said that right. Fubing. The practice of ignoring one's companion or companions in order to pay attention to one's phone or other mobile device. Wow. Thank you. Just gave me a hey, to say that we are literally in a time where language is changing. We're literally in a time right now where words mean different things, and people are coming up with new words to mean these outrageous things that people back in the day would have never thought of. Like, what do you mean? There's a practice of ignoring people. There's a practice of pretty much being what? Standoffish? For real. Zero social skills. Jamil's facts, man. It was quality over quantity. Value over convenience. Everybody's moving around in this world for the sake of convenience. But to say, where's the value in it all? Even with relationships. Let's really speak on it. As far as men and women, do people value those relationships nowadays? Or are people just getting together for the convenience of getting their rocks off? People so woke nowadays, man. They identify as anything. You can identify as anything you want to be in this world, but let you talk about you being a child of the Most High. Oh man. Let you identify with being someone that is trying to uplift individuals with morality, a behavior that is appropriate. Oh, you gonna get the backlash time 10. But hey, if you're a woman and you identify as being a male horse, hey, this is your time to shine. This is your time to rise. The presidential candidate might hit you up. If you're a woman that identifies as a male horse, the presidential candidate of the United States of America might hit you up and say, hey, could you come and perform for me and my people, to keep some type of engagement going for them, to hype them up for me, so when I come out, they know what my agenda is. We're living in that day and age right now, family. We just seen the clip. Sheesh. That's facts. If you did that back in the day, you would have been sleeping in. Hey, whew. Talking about we could be anything under the sun but a child of Yah. Let's keep on going, man. Joey B, what you got to say,
Make
man?
you want to dress up? You take a train now. There's no character to it. There's nothing about it that makes it seem like, oh, this was created for a warm, nice, relaxing environment for you. Take a walk through downtown LA. You think that's something to be proud of? You're going to dress up in a suit and go to the store?
Mic check, mic check. My apologies, family. Had to handle something in the back scenes. Where was we at, man? Alright. Let's catch back up. Man, got so much smart in this and smart that. Oh. Let me get my little one straight, y'all. I'll be right back. My apologies, y'all. Daddy duties first, man. Little one had to get it squared away, man. She was over here having some interruptions and needed some help, man. But let's get back into this, man. I really want to keep this energy flowing. And where we was at on the conversation, just really enlightening on how society has changed. The overall morality and the overall concept of what is right and what's wrong, the whole platform of what we're using now to promote. What are we promoting? When you have a presidential campaign that brings out these artists that obviously when you hear their lyrics, is there anything about them that says, hey, this is the vision of what our nation will be, and it will be great? If you have somebody who comes up on stage talking about how they like to engage in these endeavors of vanity, man, so one of the things I felt like we were talking about before I left was about the relationships between men and women. Let's just be real, family. I felt like back in the day, relationships between men and women were a lot more stable. You know, you seen, as far as my grandfather, on both sides, you know, I seen them stuck together with my grandmothers. Even down the line in other people's families, I seen those relationships, those family structures actually together. Now in this day and age, you don't see that. You see a rise in divorce. So it's like, why perpetuate that energy of breaking up the family unit by bringing up a woman that only talks about how she dislikes men and talks about pretty much the voluptuousness of her body and how she can entice men? And then talks about how she doesn't want a man. So we have to really look at these ideals that these individuals are supporting and promoting and saying, what's the real agenda here? Like, people have more of a valuable self-image. Man, even back when somebody's marriage wasn't good, they kept it to themselves. And they actually kept their family together. They didn't break the family apart just because of, you know, they had a couple of disagreements. Even if, hey, the man messed up and stepped out. You know, you seen those older relationships still having that mindset to want to work things out for the betterment of the family. Now it's like, I'll bash this man that I had a baby with. I'll bash this woman that I had a baby with. It's like, whoa, what type of mindset is that? What type of mentality? What type of spirit is that? Is that moral? Is that ethical? Is that something that is appropriate, that should be advertised? Well, guess what, family? They're advertising it now. They're putting it on the platform, and it's rising. It's literally influencing the next generation to just get together, have babies, and separate. The rise of the reprobate mindset.
Nice, relaxing environment for you. Take a walk through downtown LA. You think that's something to be proud of? You're gonna dress up in a suit and go to the store? No. Why would you? They let people.
Man, that have these cities in it that you would think have successful people, have leaders, have people that want to see their environment be the best that it could be. Why is there so much calamity? When I walk around downtown Chicago, man, I literally see tent cities. So then it's like you're dressing up. You're over here flexing around people who don't got nothing. And then you expect for your society to be good? You expect for your society to be morally right? You expect for your society to truly be safe? No, it's not. At some point in time, somebody got to sit back and say, hold on, why is there one person with $10 billion and then everybody else has 10, and this person is staying in a mansion and these other people can't even afford food? When you have people who are reprobated in a influential position, in a leadership position, it's only going to create chaos for everything that's around. It's only going to create confusion.
On heroin, just sit in front of the store shooting up. They defecate on the street. I mean, they allow all this. Well, what are you going to dress up for? Man, people used to have so much pride. Look how clean it used to look back then. I mean, I'm sure not everywhere looked like that, but I mean, it was almost as if like there was this collective pride in being a human being, like walking amongst their creations. Like, look,
man, walking amongst their creations. Everybody having pride for being somewhat working citizens. Everybody having a purpose in society where people benefited from each other. People benefited from actually communicating effectively. Nowadays, it's like you have this technology. IM Frequencies pointed out that there is a new word that was created just based off of social media, literally saying that, hey, people practice the behavior of ignoring others' companionship. What? What do you think that's going to lead to? What do you think that's setting us up in society? There's different forms of warfare throughout every avenue of life. It's all a game to those who push the mental programming upon the masses. It's unfortunate. Facts.
Look what we've done. Look what we created. Like, it's something to be proud of. Look at the cars now. They suck. Take a look at some of the cars
Hey,
back.
I told y'all, man. Look at the cars now, man.
Back from the 50s and 60s, even the 70s.
I ain't even watch it to this point, but come on, man. I told y'all it's something that that old school muscle, man. There's something about those cars back in the day that had that. They just looked more valuable. They just felt more effort and more attention was put into them. It seemed as though people put some care into it. Attention to detail. Y'all know, man, back in the day, you seen somebody riding around in one of those old school mobiles, man, and every little detail on it stuck out. The rims, the tires with the white. Man, come on now. Nowadays, what you got? A cyber truck. Those things look a little. I guess they stand out, man. Exactly.
Time to craft a beautiful car doesn't fit into the business model anymore. Look what happened to Detroit. It was the #1 car manufacturing city in America, and now it looks like a third world country because they all.
Man, Ford Mustang, Detroit, and think about that business booming how it was back in the day. Whose idea was it to change up that scape, that landscape? Why? What was the reasoning? And to say, was it beneficial? In my eyes, no. It was not beneficial. And then I'm taking it into a larger spectrum and say that people lost jobs. That community over there in Detroit, hey, that was one of the main big booming businesses that actually helped those people flourish. Whose mindset was saying we should take this business away? We should actually just, use machines to make these fiberglass cars. The cars we drive now would have been laughed at back then. Some of these cars look like something I drew in the kindergarten. For real, those old, you feel me, simple kindergarten car drivers. Them Cybertrucks trash look like a silver computer mouse. Hey, that's probably what Elon's seen. I love computers.
all moved out. Yeah, the entire industry moves out. Done. It just all falls apart. There was a classic car museum, and you could see all the way from the beginning up until maybe like the 50s and 60s and early 70s, where the cars had so much character.
And it looked like they just had so much integrity to them. And I know I'm speaking materialistically, family, but just look at the way how people dressed back in the day versus now. Look at how women dressed back in the day versus now. Look at how men dressed back in the day versus now. To say that, shoot, you got people out here cross-dressing, and it's acceptable. But once again, me personally, as a man, if I approach another man and he's wearing the garments of a woman, it's not too much of a conversation there. There's literally nothing that you can say to me as a man dressed as a woman. I'm sorry, Tyler Perry. You're very talented, but as far as you going out there and producing that content, I'm looking at it as saying, can I really truly respect it? But you got people who support it. You got people who put that type of individual on a platform and to say, hey, this is something that we glorify. We glorify a man dressing up as a woman. We glorify this so much that during the World Olympics 2024, family, I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but they had all these men dressed up as women and they're singing their songs in a form of the Last Supper. It was a Last Supper parody of men dressed up as women, and I really didn't. I didn't dive too much in that content because all I needed to see was a picture. But yeah, family, people's talent nowadays is dressing up. You tell me a man's talent nowadays is dressing up as a woman, I will laugh at that man. You tell me nowadays a man's talent is just being as big as a buffoon that he can be. Hey, to each their own. But all I'm saying is I'm pointing out there is a rise of the reprobate minds taking place. There's a rise of individuals out here putting forth the spirit of immorality. Let's keep it real. I'm calling it as I see it.
Character to them. Then when it starts getting to like,
Sheesh.
so now, and it's funny, you know.
Are y'all seeing this video? Are y'all hearing this video too? Because like I told y'all, man, I'm still having some connection problems and it's buffering on my end. But if y'all still seeing the video and hearing it, let me know. If it's like cutting on and off, give me some feedback, fam. Definitely truly appreciate it. Talking about, and kids are mostly affected by this fuming. Their mama rather watch cat videos all day than feed or play with their kid, and that's why they are okay with letting these demons raise their kids. Sheesh! Iron frequencies going in. Hey, talking about now, is that really talent? To say what's talent nowadays when you got these social media influencers, when you got these NPCs that get on camera and they can show you how many hot dogs that they can eat, and people will be like, hey, that's what's up, gang. That's what's up, twin. As soon as I hear those words come out of somebody's mouth, I instantly stop communication. Because for the most part, I'm not a part of a gang, nor am I your twin. So the fact that you're saying that, your discernment is off. Your direction of communication and how you're trying to connect with me is not real. It's a facade. Matter of fact, you're just a parrot. You're just repeating what is being promoted to the masses. A lot of people are just out here copycats of this so-called algorithm, and it's sickening because this algorithm is slowly but surely causing the demise and mental decay of individuals in their lives. So let me see. Let me talk to the chat son, man. Latrell said Tyler Perry also painted black men as woman abuser. He messed up a lot of our sisters' minds. Woo! Everything legit, cool. Drew Mill said brothers out here painting their nails and wearing purses and dresses. We really living in the boondocks, fam. A whole bunch of Rileys claiming fashion. Hey, they ain't out here doing the homie though. Oh man, they ain't out here doing a homie dance. Hey, facts. And these old mobiles is still running. Talking about these cars that's ran off of gas. Hey, I don't know if y'all was hip to the information or was pretty much privy to what happened during this winter time with these, electric cars. What happened when it got really, really cold? These cars weren't starting. So it's like you had a little bit more value out of the gas car because obviously it couldn't be infiltrated. technology can be easily infiltrated, as we've seen in these past couple of weeks. Y'all seen the overall effects of the internet or World Wide Web being shut down or whatever the case that was. So it's like you got these cars that run off of this system. How many people can truly say that their car is safe? How many people can say that their mind is safe? Their body is safe, given the rise of the reprobates being put in these leadership roles where value having these relationships that are bringing forth you the whole matter, and not just saying, hey, take this vaccine because everybody else is doing it. Come on, family. I'm speaking in code, but I really want you guys to take into consideration. Mic check, mic check. My bad, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm a little bit past my time constraints, so I got my little one on my backside. So bear with me, family. I got a couple of more points I want to get out, and then I'm gonna mess around. Have to wrap this one up. My next bullet I want to head to is talking about the current state of our children. And if you guys know, I work in the field of mental health. I work with children who they classify and diagnose as having mental development and issues, developmental delays, aka autism. So I really want to spread some awareness of this as well. You have individuals out here who are not right in the mind. From children, they're not right in the mind. And then these people grow up. Do you think they're right in the mind? And these cases are getting more and more exponentially. People are starting to be diagnosed with this so-called autism. This so-called delay of development mentally, having brain damage. There's a rise in these individuals out here in the community, out here in society, out here in the world. If you're communicating to someone who has some type of brain damage, if you're communicating to someone who has a developmental delay, I mean, let's be real. Are you gonna take what they say serious? Are you even gonna take what they do serious? Or are you gonna be like, I hear you. I obviously don't understand, but I know that you have some type of problem. And for me to say that I support you when you have a problem, that's disingenuous of myself. That's not real. Because if someone has a problem, to say that the next man, the next woman, if you really care for that person, you're gonna try to figure out a solution. My thing is, family, I want to figure out a solution. Why is there a rise of people who have this mentality? Why is there a rise in the reprobated mindset of individuals out here in this world? I mean, can we say vaccines? Can we say the food? Can we say nurture? Can we say nature? Can we say God? Can we say the Most High? Can we say something about the spirit of this individual? Let's talk about solutions. So I just want to bring awareness, family, that there are people out here who are diagnosed with having some type of mental disabilities, and it's rising. We literally have to find a line to tell these individuals what is right and what is wrong, because obviously they don't know any better. It's hard for them to understand what is good and what is bad. Facts, Junels. And it was written. In the last days, it was written. We just didn't know how it would look. Family. I really want to be able to show y'all more. Yeah, but due to the laws of the land, you know, confidology, and just, you know, overall how people view this medical space, which is kind of a conundrum, because 4 years ago they was telling everybody you needed to know what your medical condition was. Hey, everybody, I need to know if you were vaccinated. Hey, everybody, I need to know if you have some type of mental damage. I need to. Because if you needed to know my vaccination, I need to know if your brain is functioning correctly. Let's be real, not many people's brain are out here functioning correctly where they can have a communication process that is effective. And one of the reasons why I have a YouTube platform, one of the reasons why I even create live content, is to be able to show you all what it looks like to have a conversation naturally. And not to say that I'm having it in a sense where people are in front of me, but family, as you guys can see, I'm interacting and engaging with the chat where I'm able to come up with words that make sense and stay on context to be able to bring out some type of enlightenment and substance. How many people do you communicate with that bring forth substance in which they are able to elaborate on, versus people just spewing hot air? So I just want to spread awareness, family. There are people out here that have these delays, that have a mindset that is not fully functioning, and it is on the rise. This is a clip from the news network today. When was this? 1 year ago. The man is just gonna, hey, better hear from him than me, so you guys know the information. If there is any misinformation, hey, this is where I got it from.
New data from the CDC that shows more children than ever are being diagnosed with autism. Joining us with details and
you heard that? More, he stressed it, more children than ever are being diagnosed with autism. Autism is literally mental damage to have some type of functionality in society that is appropriate socially, engaging in behaviors. So once you see these individuals who are out here in this world and you're wondering, wait, is this normal? Wait, is this, why is this person barking? Why is this person, making these noises? Or why is this person fidgeting all the time? What's going on? people are out here with real live. I really want to be professional. I really want to, use my channel where I'm being respectful. But I just want to be real. And there was a word that they literally took out of the so-called communication process amongst individuals because it was deemed hateful. You need to know that some individuals in this world are not fast thinkers. You need to know that. That needs to be advertised, that not everyone can think quickly. Because if you out here thinking that everybody has a normal functioning mind, you will be sadly mistaken. Hey, True Mills talking about the R word. Hey, I ain't want to say. I want to be respectable. You feel me? I don't want to call nobody out of their name or nothing, but back in the day, they definitely had a word for individuals who wasn't diagnosed with autism, and they used to call him, They rode on a different bus, family. They were people who, they were in the other classrooms. They say that these kids grown up. They had kids. They kids is out here. Shoot, they kids is out here talking about I'm a horse now. Nah, I'm just like, hey, I don't know if they on that level yet. But they kids is out here identifying as anything.
Takeaways for parents who are watching and listening this morning. NBC's senior medical correspondent, Dr. John Torres. Dr. Torres, I found this eye-opening. 20 years ago, 1 in 150 kids had autism in this country. The CDC now says that number is 1 in 36 children. Do we know what's driving?
Look at the stats. And we can change those first 3 words, autism spectrum disorder. It sounds so cute when you say it like that. It sounds so scientific. It sounds so professional. Keep in mind, family, if you have an individual and you're communicating to them and the language that you guys are both around, and you tell them, can you give me some water, or can you give me some help? And this individual goes and gets some dirt, or this individual gets a knife and stabs you. Let's just say you wouldn't call that child autistic. That wouldn't be your first thought, especially if you weren't in the field of these so-called mental health institutions to have the grammar to communicate in a woke matter. You would say that this person is a little bit off the rocker, for better words. But look at that graph. and that's in 20 years, family. A 1 in 150 prevalence that people would have this mental disorder in 2000 versus now a 1 in 36. So look around you, family. Every time you step outside, every 36 people that you see, one of those people has some type of developmental delay where their social capabilities, emotional, capabilities and behavioral mannerisms may not be considered normal in the sense of behaving appropriately. Let's keep on going. Yeah, I see, man. I'm really trying to use my professional, astute terminology to spread some light on this situation, family, but it's literally taking the intellectual brain cells to come together to say these words without saying what I really want to say, family. But y'all see the title of the video. There's definitely a rise going on out here.
The increase?
It looks like the majority of increase is because of increased awareness and screening, and that's happening right now. As a matter of fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics.
Okay. The increase of awareness and screening, the increase of actually doctors having this information to diagnose people and say, hey, y'all, yeah, this person is delayed with their developmental functioning. So you mean to tell me people back in the day, they weren't communicating? They weren't around each other to see these individuals? Or was it called something different? Or was they diagnosing it as something else? Say in the scriptures, I did not see a word for autism, but I did see a word for having a mindset that was inconvenient, which is called reprobated.
Pediatrics didn't recommend routine screening for autism until 2008.
Y'all bet not say that word. Y'all bet not. Hey, don't filthy up my chat, man. Y'all bet not. Hey, that word is like saying the hard ER word. Man. Talking about, oh shoot, I didn't know we couldn't say that. Oh, hey, you can't say that. You can't go out here and tell people that they hard drive is a little outdated. You gonna have to clean up your speech before you get canceled out here. Latrell said, I believe the epidemic is caused by GMO foods, contaminated water, and medication syringes that children are given at birth. And family.
24 months. And developmental screening for all the other developmental milestones.
Affecting different demographics for the first time. CDC finding more than 1% of girls overall have autism. Predominantly, it's suddenly more prevalence in some of these groups.
And so what we think is happening is we don't really have a firm understanding of causes, but we do understand.
Oh. So you don't know what the root of the cause is, but you're trying to treat something, okay? You don't know what the problem is, but you're trying to come up with a solution. Last time I checked, how can you figure out a solution if you don't know the problem? Come on, doctors. Let's call it what it is. If y'all can't not identify the problem, how are you going to say that you're administering a solution? Oh yeah, I'm coming at Big Pharma.
Risks more, and because those risks, there's awareness, the equity behind it, and it's happening in more minority communities, so we're getting more minorities screened and more minorities getting diagnosed, and girls on top of that. Girls tended to be a little bit left behind because they paid more attention to boys in their Any gender, any race, it could happen to anyone.
Well, speaking of awareness, then, for parents out there, what are some warning signs they should be looking out for?
So,
be aware that there's a rise in the mindset of individuals out here who have these delays with their development, communication, behavior, physically, emotionally, and spiritually out here in this world right now. Be aware that there are more people being diagnosed with so-called autism right now. And as we seen that graph, as we seen those numbers, to say that was from 2020, think about how much of a rate it's grown in those past 4 years till now. If it went up exponentially from 2000 to 2020, wait till the data at the end of this year, family. Wait till you guys see how many people they're going to diagnose with autism now. And I'm able to speak on this and say that I've seen these little kids come into these so-called clinics at a high rate. And I'm just wondering, what is the problem? Why are there so many individuals having these delays of development, where they're out here engaging in behaviors that are unseemly, where they're out here talking about they're making the male horse, where you got little boys thinking they're little girls, and you got little girls thinking they're little boys, and you got little boys wanting to engage in behaviors that are very inconvenient. Got little girls that's putting themselves in harm's way.
So you want to look at developmental signs as time goes on, and there's a great way to do it. The CDC has an app. It's called the Milestone Tracker. You can go there and put it on, and it starts at 2 months, and you want to look at it. Some things to look at: eye contact. Children who we screen for autism don't tend to have eye contact on top of.
Here we go. Y'all want to see what are some of the telltale signs of these individuals who have these delays? I told you guys in the beginning, and even in some streams that I was doing to promote this stream today, when you see the rise of the reprobate, look out for the signs. Look out for how they communicate. Look out for how they engage with you. Because majority of these people out here, you would think that they're functioning fully. Oh yeah. Far and few between, family. Where you have these shape-shifting spirits inside these vessels, literally taking a hold of these bodies of these individuals, and you're seeing it play out. Full-blown demonic possession. They labeled it as autism. You heard it here. You heard it here first. Divinely Artist channel. I'm correlating autism to some area of spiritual possession. I've seen enough of it. I'm literally in the thick of it. These children, when they are overcoming this spirit, they become possessed, where they can't even look at you in the eye. They can't even speak real words. It's family. Y'all think that these movies about people being possessed are just movies? Have you ever seen a kid? Have you ever seen an adult lose control over their tongue to the point where there was nothing coherent that came out of their mouth? Where you just heard the weeping and the gnashing of the teeth? Where they're just they're in the function of just repeating certain movements. That's one reason why I stay prayed up, family, because I literally be in the thick of battle, in the spiritual battle. And man, I thank y'all for letting me share with y'all. I thank y'all for letting me get on this platform and connect with y'all, because family, if y'all can right now, send up some prayers. I be needing it, because I be fighting these battles with these little kiddos, and I be knowing what be going on. And at the end of the day, yeah, it's a rise. There's literally a rise of demonic possession taking place out here in the world. And you have people out here who are taking out their phones and recording these demons and promoting them and supporting them and telling them, hey, they should hop on my presidential campaign to help us promote. Man. Hey, Yame, I see you in the building. Sheesh. What it do? What it do? Steve Bless said these children identifying as everything else but besides the children of the Most High. Facts. Would you give your children lava when they ask for a cup of water? Hey, y'all know the scripture, man. Y'all know where it's at. Woo. The issue is the doggone cocktails they inject these children with every month. Changing up the biology, changing up the emotional being, literally changing up the spirit of this individual. Man, it's a deaf and dumb ruach. And when Yahusha saw that the people came running together, he rebuked the foul ruach, saying unto them, you dumb and deaf ruach, I charge you, come out of him and enter no more into him. Amen. We at that day and age right now, family, where my brothers and my sisters who are aware of this spiritual combat know that they have these perpetuators of that system out here running rampant, influencing the masses. Literally supporting and advocating to increase this possession of so-called autism.
That they could have delayed language development and repetition of words or phrases or repetition of behaviors. They tend to do the same thing, kind of that rocking back and forth sometimes. Interests are restricted. They're not as interested in the diverse things that kids usually are. And then they have this intense reactions to sound.
What does it sound like, family? What does that sound like? Really have the eyes to see. Have the ears to hear. Have the spirit to know exactly who is what.
Sounds or smells or lights or those types of things.
All right, Dr. John, and there's so much in the study. You're actually going to come back during the third hour to talk about it a little bit more as well. So,
you bet.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for.
Man, but you know, that's what they do all the time in mainstream media. They talk about bringing forth a solution, but don't even know what the real problem is. And then, of course, the solution is a misdiagnosis of the real problem, and you exasperate the problem even more, or that problem begins to grow even more. It's like mistreating a wound, and then that wound gets worse. I'm looking out at society right now, and we're mistreating the wound of society. Society is hurt. Society is broken. Society has literally no functionality to it as of right now. And we're trying to offer solutions, but don't even pay attention to the real problem. Let's get there. Let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all ready? I didn't got an extra wind and put in an extra hour with y'all, man. Y'all may hear I gotta go get my water, cause y'all may hear I gotta go. Hold on, I'll be right back. Yeah, that's that H2O, man. Hey, when you're thirsty, say a nice glass of water, nice bottle of water do the trick. You know, you don't need no electrolytes. I don't need no sugar water, man. Woo! Much needed. Let's go ahead though, cause we in here and I feel it. Y'all may say literally have to fast and stay prayed up. Facts. Y'all may say autistic children are also sensitive to noise, but they do not do the right things to help it. They don't want to solve the problem. Trying to use a physical band-aid for a spiritual cut. Come on, man. Hey, where I find these people in the chat at, man? Where do you? Hey, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all keep me going. Y'all definitely add to the overall conversation where we just build an insight and enlightenment and consciousness within our conversation. And you know, tip the hat off to y'all, family, because this is literally what I'm seeing right now. People out here using some type of material apparatus to cover up the unseen damage. Let's just be real. The rise of the reprobate mind. You have these individuals perpetuating and promoting these damaged people who believe that they're cured, who believe that they're somewhat fixed because they just love themselves even though what they're doing is sometimes inconvenient. Who's going to be able to say, hey, you still have a problem? There's still a problem. You didn't come up with a solution. You want to know something, family? If a doctor truly did their job, you won't need a doctor anymore. If a teacher truly did their job, you won't need a teacher anymore. Come on now. How many people see this problem and filter in false solutions? We really have to get to the ground root of first identifying, honestly, truthfully, within this reality, identifying what the real problem is. But how can you do that when people are at disarray? People are literally crazed in the head where they don't even know what a boy and a girl is. Do you think these people are gonna see the same circumstance or the same problem situation the same way? I mean, at this point they can't. Whew. Let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm in the book of Ephesians. chapter 5. For the ones that stayed, man, blessings to y'all. We about to open up the good book. We're going to go ahead and get in here. We're going to read some scriptures. I hope that's okay with y'all. I want to be able to figure out what's going on out here in this time and day and age. I really want to get to the root, the problem, so that we can come up with a solution. So you know what I did? I asked the Most High. I said, what's the problem? What's going on? Why am I seeing a rise in dysfunction? When we got all these smart devices, why am I seeing everyone so ignorantly infatuated? Ephesians chapter 5. We're going to head start from the top. Be ye therefore followers of God. Y'all want me to keep going? Y'all want me to keep going? I feel like, hey, what more needs to be said right there? As we hit a comma and we pausing. Let's meditate on that. Ephesians chapter 5. Be ye therefore followers of God. I asked the Most High, what's the problem, man? What's the problem? Y'all usually do this, man, but I'm gonna expand with y'all, man. You know, I'm gonna add my conversation that I've been having back and forth. And I asked the Most High what the problem was. The response: be ye therefore followers of God. As dear children, and walk in love, as Christ also hath loved us, and have given himself for us, an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named among you, as becometh saints. Hold on. Let me highlight this. I usually don't do this, family, but let's meditate and let's talk about what we seen in the beginning of the stream. Let's talk about the platform where you had this presidential campaign rolling out Megan the male horse up on the stage, and all she was doing was saying she's lifting her legs up in the air, she's over here looking for daddy, she's over here pretty much alongside other women, you know, gyrating and doing all sorts of movements that would you consider appropriate for a presidential campaign? Would you consider that convenient for the so-called leader of the free world to be able to go out and spread a message after? Let's keep reading. We in verse 4. Neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. Was Megan the male horse up there thanking the Most High, even thanking the crowd, even thankful for anything while she was up there being an ambassador for the so-called running party of the free world leadership. So you mean to tell me they're putting people like this on stage? They're rising people up who engage in fornication, uncleanliness, covetousness, talking about filthiness, talking about nothing but foolishness, always gesturing, nothing but a circus act, if you ask me, doing things that are not convenient, not respectable towards yourself at that. The rise of the reprobates, fam. Let's keep reading. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, have any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness of truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord, and having no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret, but all things are reproved, are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are what? The days are what? When the days become evil, who do you think will be on the rise? Why would the Most High put this in writing? Talking about evil. These days are evil. And really, let's look at what's taking place right now. Do you think there's a rise of righteousness going on out here? Do you think the presidential campaign, they brought up gospel artists to serenade the people with good news and bring forth thanks towards the Most High? Or are they bringing on people who talk about fornication, people who talk about covetousness, people who talk about all acts of uncleanness, people who talk about wickedness on these stages to be able to keep the people engaged? Just to say that they were a part of seeing these idols. Check it, family. Verse 17. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit, speaking to yourself in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. You had people singing and making melodies about being a savage out here on this stage as they over here promoting the potentially the president of the United States. Potentially. You had people doing the exact opposite. Verse 20, giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, submitting yourself one to another in the fear of God. Wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word, that he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourisheth it and cherisheth it, even as the Lord the church. For we are members of his body, of his flesh, of his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself, and the wife see that she reverence her husband. Family, let's make it simple. Let's make it simple. Be ye therefore followers of God. Be ye therefore followers of God. If you don't remember anything in this live, I want you to take away this first scripture. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5. Be ye therefore followers of God. Do you think that this world is followers of God? Do you think that the so-called presidents are followers of God? Do you think that these entertainers are followers of God? Do you think that these social media influencers, do you think that these NPC content creators, do you think that these doctors, lawyers, anybody in these so-called high places are followers of God? If that was the case, wouldn't there be more righteousness? Wouldn't righteousness be on the rise? Wouldn't righteousness be promoted? Wouldn't righteousness be supported? Wouldn't righteousness have a platform to speak next to the presidential candidate? Wouldn't righteousness be something that's displayed on the news? Wouldn't righteousness be something that's promoted? Wouldn't righteousness be something that's glorified? Wouldn't righteousness be something that's exemplified? Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5, family. I'm going to end it right there. Pretty much sums it up right there. Family, I thank y'all for helping me keeping me uplifted, keeping me encouraged. Say, it's been a long journey coming, and we still got some ways to go. Even though I see what's being promoted now in this day and age, truthfully, I know this is not the end of my walk, but definitely a eventful beginning. Just be aware out here, be conscious, really have the intellect to be able to discern the spirit of an individual. Test them, communicate. Does this person have a reprobate mind? Are they one of these individuals? Are they one of the 36? And potentially it might be more, given the new news that's about to pop out.
Daddy.
Yeah. What's that? You want something? I got you. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up, so I'm gonna come with you. Yeah, family, y'all see, I got my call. I got my little one. She ready to get at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave y'all on this one, man. Let's see.
Water. Mommy, water.
You want some water? Go ahead and get some then. Huh? You thirsty? I got some cold water right here.
Cold water, is it?
Yep. You gonna drink some? Alright. I wonder, family. I most definitely wonder. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna stop wondering. I know the Most High hear me when I pray. I know the Most High hear me when the skies is gray. Baby, I'm on live. I'm gonna give you the headphones. I'm about to play the song. You know, so we can vibe out. She on me, y'all. Huh? Say what's up. Say hello. Say hi. Yeah, that's what we do. Hey, I'm a family-oriented YouTube channel, so you know, y'all bear with me, man. Y'all bear with me. My little one wanna come on and share her 2 cents, but you know, we rising. Sing it with me, baby. I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part the seas to make a way. I wonder will y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above. When that's all you see,
It's hard not to do policing the shot. Wonder why we up with gangs and classify murderers and shooters when they feed us no hope, mixed with a lack of care to polluters. And they sit back and wonder why we bust. Creating jail systems to put us, making money off of their lust. How can we thrive in the slums in America when we have no views but ghettos in our area? Wondering where all my tax dollars go. Make a political show, investing in media, weapon of destruction instead of means of production. How do you invest in war but not feed your country first? You see that we thirst. How can we thrive under a curse, living in these conditions? This is no superstition. I don't do no wishing. I call it faith, hoping for brighter days. I keep my head up, knowing that y'all will always make a way. I'm a leader, I'm a king, I'm a visionary. I'm a teacher, I'm a poet. Music's my seminary. Painting these pictures, reading these scriptures. I know that I'm a victor, overcoming this world. Don't believe history, search the mystery and see the propaganda televised. And you see all the lies. A new world order conform or be torture. Rise of disorder, mental health crisis. We was fighting ISIS, now we fighting threats we can't even see. Make it make sense, what's reality? I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part the seas to make a way. I wonder will y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above. Can judge when bad is right, wrong is left behind in times. The sense of fathers nourished over time. Is it a crime to plant seeds that bring forth no fruit? Shall apples be bitter? Shall meats wither? Shall light grow if all is considerable? Spoken seasons as tokens. Rhymes tell times like math equations, or seek from which they have persuasions. Imagine the brain is a vast internet. Will you enter it or log out into captivity to give your body the lust that I can see? Who will be the light in the night to lead in the fight, to be just in this teaching, planting fruits that taste right? Out of your mouth proceeds life, inheritance of the gift.
But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable. Righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace. James chapter 3, verse 17 through 18.
I wonder if y'all hears me when I pray. I wonder if y'all sees me when the skies are gray. I wonder if y'all knows I try so hard not to stray. I wonder if y'all will part the seas to make a way. I wonder will y'all help me see the better days. I wonder and I dream one day to fly away, to live, to give, to love. I wonder if my dreams are visions from above.
You know? Hey. Until next time, family. Peace. Say bye-bye. Say bye. Say, or say what you want to say. Come here. Thank you. Alright, you giving it back to me? You want it back to you? You want a turn? Say my turn.
My turn.
Alright. But you gonna have to sing something, Twinkle Tinkle, something. You just can't be on here, got people, you know. You gotta give them something. You give them one word of encouragement. Alright. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, family. Hope y'all have a blessed rest of y'all night. And it's an honor always building. Peace. when the truth is free. Illusions creating distorted reality, manifesting heart's desires, faith that anything is possible, probable. With God, I'm unstoppable. Can't deny denial. Life flowing through. Living is a test of subscription, a lifetime trial. Only faith, no fanatics. Pay attention to the antics. Peace over power, panic. Design, planned in fashion.